Hey, what's up, everybody? Frederic Poag here. Well, Trump got his big, beautiful murder bill, and now he gets to have his little play school set signing ceremony on July the 4th because, heaven forbid, we actually have a day to ourselves where we celebrate our history and our independence. But what's in the big, beautiful murder bill? Brought to us by the MAGA fascist party, formerly known as the Republican Party. Well, pretty much a lot of bad stuff. I haven't read all 9,000 pages, so God knows what else is in there, but I'll go over the big stuff. One, ICE just got a massive boost in funding that absolutely does not align with their mission. But the reason for that is so Stephen Miller can cosplay as Heinrich Himmler and get his own SS. Concentration camps, ICE detention centers, that they'll be known as, and tens of thousands of more bounty hunters and quasi-lawful, basically the brown shirts running around, just snatching people off the street, which will more than likely expand from undocumented immigrants to pretty much anybody that looks Hispanic and is brown or a dissident, because that'll start creeping into that. What else is in there? Well, Billionaires got a tax cut, and that's set to take effect almost immediately. But if you're a working person, like a nurse or a firefighter or any of those people, sorry, you're actually going to end up paying more in taxes. Brought to you by Donald Trump, so he can give more money to the billionaires. But what about these Medicaid and these Medicare cuts? Are they, the reason they call it the murder bill, or at least I do, are those going to take effect right away? No. There's a reason for that. They take effect in 2027. Basically what that is a poison pill for Democrats. Because, see, Republicans know they're going to get wiped out in the midterms. I mean, everything they're doing right now is extremely unpopular. And if they actually cancel elections, which I'm not completely ruling that out, but if they did, well, that's going to be really rough. And also, they'd still have to be in charge and in power. And Trump doesn't like to actually do things other than golf and tweet and eat McDonald's and all the other horrible stuff that he does. Oh, and grift. He loves being a con man. But I digress. So what'll happen is if the Democrats get in, basically take both the Senate, which is possible, or the House, which is maybe likely, well, they're not going to have a veto-proof majority, and I doubt Trump would actually even sign a bill that could, or veto it and follow procedure. And then so what he'll do is when all those Medicare and Medicaid cuts kick in, he'll either pretend he didn't know about them, or he'll blame the last Republican speaker, Mike Johnson, or he'll just say the Democrats did it, and corporate media will be like, well, Trump says they did it. I mean, who's to say? You are. But that's why these putting it out now, for history and posterity is so important. The hard part about this is if we really are going into a recession, and if these idiots are just as bumbling as they have been leading us into a self-inflicted recession, it's going to be a bad one, especially with all these other metrics. When you look at tourism, supply chain issues, food, tariff, trade wars, all this mess. It might be at its deepest when those Medicaid and Medicare cuts kick in. Buckle up. We're about to be heading into some chop, and it looks like it's going to get worse from here on out. But there's only one thing you can do in that situation. Keep the faith, defend democracy, and carry on. I'll see y'all later.